Hey everybody, Coach Hope Bauer here. I just want to take a quick tour of my pantry, that way you guys can see what is in our pantries. And I know this is going to be a little odd because we actually don't have that much food. Number one, we're moving, and number two, well, we don't really keep a lot of food in our pantry to begin with. As we started the 21-day fix and just started eating healthy, we realized how much food we did not need in our pantry. So I'll just go through real quick what we do have. And right here we are blessed with a lot of room, and as you can see I have 3 bins, and those are all full of spices, and I have every spice I can think of that I need, just because I have found that using spices instead of sauces or dressings is a really good way to change up your food. We also have homemade vanilla extract, which is a great way to add a little bit of flavor to food. And the honey should be over there, but it's not. Someone else put that away. Okay, so here's my other advice that I love, if I can show it to you. So this whole bin right here is all vinegars, and vinegars is another great way to add flavor to your food without adding calories and junk. So I have, my husband likes to joke, I pretty much have every vinegar that you could think of because I love me some vinegar. So what would be the top shelf would be all the baking goods, but I've ditched all those. But what would be up there would be my whole wheat flour and my organic brown sugar. That's mostly what we had. We do still have a little bit of cocoa powder. I use that every once in a while, not very often. But one of the things I do love that's up here is my shredded unsweetened coconut. I'll use that either in oatmeal or when I'm making granola, I'll put that in there. It's just a good little bit of flavor, but make sure you get the unsweetened kind. So we do have a little bit of pasta up there. Yeah, you'll see the mac and cheese. That's for the kids. We eat whole wheat pasta. We don't eat a whole lot of it. There was quinoa, but we just finished that. And we have a whole bag of lentils that we eat every once in a while. This basket right here would normally be full of nuts and seeds. Again, we're moving, so we don't have too much of that. And then we would have over here is our canned goods, which has really dwindled. Usually we have canned tomatoes for tomato sauce. Make my own tomato sauce, that way you know exactly what's going in it. Just tomatoes and spices. Beans, we do canned beans. Almond butter that only has almonds in it as the ingredient. We have a very small shelf with bread for the kids. We usually also have about 10 pounds of sweet potatoes because that's what we eat in place of bread most of the time. And then we've got some oats and some oils. That is about it. Let me take you to the fridge real quick, which I just want to tell you, before we started this, our fridge used to be full of condiments. Like, I'm talking every single drawer full, and now it's like half full, barely even, and most of these we don't even really use. So the things that we do use a lot of are organic mustard. We use a lot of mustard to flavor dishes. Our almond butter's in here, and we've got some dressings that we don't really use that often. Hot sauce is always good. We've got yogurt in here. My husband likes his cottage cheese. I'm not actually going to show you the fridge because it's a disaster. See, look, we're moving. It's a disaster. It's just odd. But I can tell you that we have dressings on here that we first bought when we moved here just because we needed something quick, and we haven't use them because we found that vinegars were such a better dressing. Or cottage cheese. My husband uses cottage cheese in his on a salad whenever we have salad, which isn't very often. Okay, so my freezer is ridiculously bare because we're moving in like 3 days. But usually what we would have would be meats. We have tons of frozen veggies and frozen fruits. My husband loves frozen fruit in his Shakeology, and my kids like it in their oatmeal. So we definitely stock up on that. So that is our pantry. It is very bare right now, but that's kind of the way we like it. It makes it easy so that there's no junk in there, so that I don't have to worry when I get those cravings what I'm going to eat, because there's no junk, so I don't have to eat junk. So show us what's in your pantry. Don't be ashamed. Keep in mind that this is many months in progress. So my pantry did not look like this about a year ago. It was awful. So show us your pantry. Tell us what you're going to ditch and what you're ready to get rid of. And if you're not sure, just ask, and we'd be happy to help.